Beth Phoenix reacts to Edge's action at Fastlane. Stone Cold Steve Austin on how AEW star helped create the "What" catchphrase. And Andrade is officially released from WWE. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. Beth Phoenix reacts to Edge's actions at WWE Fastlane and gives WWE Universe a reminder. Sunday's Fastlane pay-per-view saw special ringside enforcer Edge snap midway through the main event between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan and attack both superstars in due process. Edge's wife and fellow WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix took to Twitter to react to the Rated R superstar's angry outburst with two tweets. In her first tweet, Phoenix gave only a single emoji of a shocked face. However, in her second tweet, the Glamazon was more menacing and seemed supportive of Edge's actions. The second tweet was directed towards the WWE Universe and possibly even towards Reigns and Bryan. It seemed to indicate that the former women's champion wanted to remind everybody on how ruthless and manipulative Edge was during the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era. Edge, who defeated Jey Uso on SmackDown to become the special ringside enforcer for Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan's match, presided over his duties with diligence on Fastlane. However, things soon became chaotic when Bryan inadvertently knocked out the referee with a running knee, and Edge stepped in to control the match. Jey Uso then entered the ring with a steel chair in hand to help his cousin Reigns, but it only made things worse. Bryan grabbed the chair from Uso's grasp and began hitting the tribal chief and Uso with it, but in the process also hit Edge. Whether or not it was an accident was unclear, but the ultimate opportunist was not happy by judging his actions later on. Edge snapped and smashed Bryan with a chair while the latter was making Reigns tap out to the yes lock. The 11-time WWE World Champion also hit Reigns with the same chair and yelled that it was his moment. A visibly angry Edge then abandoned his duty as the enforcer and walked out of the match, leaving a new referee to count Reigns' pinfall over Bryan. The head of the table retained his Universal title and now will face Edge at WrestleMania 37 as planned, while Bryan's role remains unknown. Randy Orton deletes tweet reacting to his wife's message to Alexa Bliss. Following Fastlane, Randy Orton's wife, Kim, posted a tweet expressing her unhappiness with Alexa Bliss. Randy Orton reacted to it with an amusing tweet of his own where the Viper targeted American rapper Soulja Boy yet again. The tweet has since been deleted. Several WWE fans took screen grabs of the tweet before it was taken down. It seems likely that Soulja Boy will respond to the deleted tweet if he notices the screenshots that fans shared on Twitter. Randy Orton currently has a busy road to WrestleMania 37 ahead of him. It looks like we are in for an Orton-themed showdown at the show of shows. This feud has been going on for months on end at this point. Randy Orton burned the Fiend alive at TLC 2020, but it wasn't enough to finish off the sinister entity. The Fiend came back to WWE donning a completely different avatar at Fastlane 2021. He had an intense stare down with Orton, which led to a sister Abigail on the Viper and a victory for Bliss. Stone Cold Steve Austin on how AEW star helped create the "What" catchphrase. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin has revealed how he created the "What" catchphrase. Austin said that AEW star Christian Cage played a small part in creating the catchphrase. Stone Cold Steve Austin's guest on the latest Broken Skull session was Randy Orton, and the two discussed numerous things. While speaking about former WWE superstar Christian, who had a feud with Orton in WWE, Austin revealed how he came up with the "What" catchphrase and how Captain Charisma helped him, saying, quote, "People always ask me how I came up with the 'what' thing. I called up Christian on his cell phone. Of course, he didn't answer because it was me calling. So I left him this long-winded message where I'd say something stupid and I'd go, 'What?' I kind of kept going, 'What?' and keep going. By the time I hung up the phone, I left like a 2-minute message. And I was working heel at the time. I was like, I think I got something here. That's how the 'what' was invented." End quote. Stone Cold Steve Austin said that not only was Christian one of Randy Orton's most formidable opponents, but he also helped Austin create a popular catchphrase of his. In the same interview, Orton had praised the current AEW star, calling him one of the best minds. RETRIBUTION members respond after attacking Mustafa Ali. WWE Fastlane had a massive segment in the pre-show as Retribution turned on their leader Mustafa Ali. This happened after Ali lost his United States Championship match to Riddle. Following his loss, Mustafa Ali blamed Retribution members for failing him. Reckoning and Slapjack walked away from him, and then T-Bar and Mace delivered a double chokeslam to Mustafa Ali in the ring and kicked him out of the faction. Following the attack, Retribution members T-Bar and Mace have responded and broken their silence on Twitter. Retribution made its WWE debut back in August of 2020. A month later, members of the faction were revealed to be former NXT superstars Dominic Dijakovic, Dio Madden, Shane Thorne, Mia Yim under the new ring names T-Bar, Mace, Slapjack, Reckoning. Following this, Mustafa Ali revealed to be their leader. Tensions have been running high in the faction for quite a while now, and tonight we may have seen the end of Retribution. As for the members of the faction, we might either see them find a new leader or stay off the TV and return repackaged, possibly with their characters from NXT. Andrade is officially released from WWE. Immediately after WWE Fastlane, WWE announced the release of Andrade. WWE officials' Twitter handle posted the following, wishing him the best in his future endeavors. Reports of Andrade asking for his release from WWE have been doing rounds for a while. Andrade himself confirmed the same through his Twitter account recently. After making a name for himself on the Mexican wrestling circuit as La Sombra, Andrade signed with WWE in 2015 and joined NXT. It was on NXT where he was paired up with Zelina Vega as his manager and went on to become the NXT champion, holding the title for 140 days. In April 2018, Andrade and Vega were drafted to SmackDown as a part of the Superstar Shakeup. Andrade has had relatively impressive career on the main roster as well, and he has won the United States Championship once. He hasn't been seen on WWE TV since October, nearly 5 months ago. In real life, Andrade is in a relationship with WWE superstar and 13-time champion Charlotte Flair. The couple got engaged on January 1st, 2020. Earlier in the week, Andrade tweeted that he had good news, leaving fans wondering what he was referring to. Looks like we finally found out what that good news was. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. For more news stories, be sure to follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.